Hey, what's good, y'all? BerkBerk here, aka Just Burn 420 on Moto, because for some reason Moto considers Berk to be a bad word. Uh, I'm back with another modern deck. This time, not a burn deck. Uh, I know my whole thing is I just play burn, but Oko combined with E-Tron makes playing with burn and modern feel kind of bad right now. So. I'm an aggro guy at heart. I wanted to play something aggro. And in this meta, I wanted something that had a little more reach. So this is what I came up with. Uh, now, I know most sliver decks in the past have always tended to be toolbox oriented. There's always that temptation to try to add as many different slivers as possible to try to mash as much text together as you can on every little sliver. But this is an aggro deck, you know. There's no card manipulation. There's no tutoring. It's just an aggro deck. So I wanted as many copies as possible of the best cards possible in most cases. With a couple of exceptions, like only one blur sliver because it's a repetitive ability. I just wanted a fifth haster in case I don't draw one of my four cloud shredders. Or, I split sidewing and striking sliver because their benefits are comparable. So by splitting them, you can get one of each. But for the most part, you see a lot of full play sets here, and that's intentional. Uh, I did some tweaking. I got a couple 3-2s in prelims prior to this 75, but I'm happy with this 75. After some tweaking, this 75 has gone, let's see, first it went 3-2 in the prelim, but then it went 5-2 in the challenge, followed by 5-0 in the league. Uh, so that's pretty promising for this 75. Uh, I figured I'd then, go ahead and make a video and showcase those three events. We'll start in chronological order. We'll start with the not actually no. We'll go in order of level of competition. We'll start with the challenge because it's the highest level of competition. Then we'll backtrack to the prelim, and then we'll end with the league because poop on a stick in 5-0 league, real talk. But yeah, because you get enough tries and anyway, uh, no disrespect to anyone who's 5-0 to league. I the fuck is anyway. Let me go ahead and start these replays. Let's see, challenge. Uh, let's see, game one. Wait, why is it? Why are there two replay things? I'm so confused. That like, okay, so it's already here with the chat. We'll play this one. Why is it not? Is it this? Wait, hold on. I shouldn't have closed the other one. Okay, yeah, let's go back to the game details. Let's try this again. Wait, why is the chat log still here? Okay, replay game. Wait, play? Huh? Wait, replay game. Shit, I shouldn't have closed the other one. Is the game just lost now? Or is it just that game? Like, The other game works. Okay, well, I guess we don't get to watch. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it one last time. This is weird. Okay, replay game. Maybe I just needed to switch. Yeah, all right, there. Now it works. We have the game. All right, game one. Sorry about the delay. Game one. I really should restart the video, but I'm too lazy for that shit. This is a loss anyway. So Slivers is a relatively fair deck, and fair decks don't typically do so well against Jund. I'm not saying it's impossible, but yeah, this wasn't the matchup I wanted to see round one. But you know, we can't just show the wins, right? But yeah, that loss round one really hurt because those breakers, the difference between, you know, being in the top 8 and being just outside the top 16. But you know, in terms of testing, it doesn't matter, you know, what order they're in. We just want to see how the matchups look, and the important thing to get from this is Slivers is not good against Jund. Especially if they pack Engineered Plague on a stick, which they should. Also, what the hell's going on with this Renin 6 over here? Like, y'all see that flickering up there? It was doing that during the game too, and it was really throwing me off. It started making all the text boxes like go to the corners and shit, and it was really making the game look weird. Like, it didn't glitch to the point where it affected the game itself, but it was doing some weird visual shit that kind of threw me off. And it's interesting to see that it's still doing it in the replay. Like, what's with that flicker thing? Other cards have too much text, but they just have ... and they just leave it like that. But the Renin 6 is like, no, you really need to know that the cards have retrace. Okay, so that's game one. Wait, is this? Okay, wait. And then, wait, I want to scroll anymore. Wait, my scroll bar stopped working. Hold on. Return to the game. Go back. Is it working? So my horizontal scroll bar stopped working. What the hell? It's just not. All right. So okay. So that was game one, right? Let's close this. Hold on, and we'll try it. Hold on, I had to set up to show the prelim, but we'll go here. Let's see. That was game. This is the challenge, right? That was game one. Here's game two. All right. Perfect. I almost hit that yes button out of instinct. So game two against Jund. I try to bring in some more of that don't touch my guys stuff. You know, I got a couple more diffusion slivers on the side. Doesn't do shit when he packs a Plague Engineer. Then I regretted not starting off with the Predatory Sliver. But, you know, lesson learned, right? In the future, maybe against Jund, I shouldn't drop those 1/1s until I got a buffer out. And that's like the only time, or not the only time, but one of the times where Predatory and the other one are better than Leeching Sliver. But there's other times when Leeching Sliver will actually be better, like when they have a bunch of blockers. But between the three playsets, that's 12 lords or pseudo lords in the leeching slivers case, and I really like that. But anyway, this was a loss because he had a plague engineer and I couldn't really do shit. And I mean, I tried, but yeah, the plague engineer is really bad. So this is a great way to start this YouTube video with me getting my ass whooped. How do I? No, do I just close this? All right. So that was round one. Uphill battle from there. Round two. Game one. Once it loads. Once okay, what if I hit play? Okay, I just have to hit play then. So yeah. Oh, and when we get to the league part, I actually streamed that, so we won't have to deal with this replay stuff. And if this is all too fast for you, just skip forward to I don't know where it's gonna end up being, but until it slows down, it'll get to the league. It should probably take up the majority of the video because of how much longer it takes, but it'll be in real time. So if you want to see real time magic, just fast forward to the league part where I actually streamed it. But yeah, when it came to the challenge and the prelim, I didn't actually stream them because I don't know. I got ADD and I had this thing where I start focusing on chat and then I make some horrible puns. And yeah. Anyway, so that was game one. Game two. I almost hit the wrong round there. Slivers can actually be kind of explosive if you know there's no disruption. Blast zone is really annoying though. That's where frenetic sliver comes into play. That's my soft counter to blast zone. But you know they're gonna want to at least put another counter on it first. So I know I got time. So it's like, all right, wait till the other counter comes up. And then let's just kill him. I think that was two straight where I had exact damage. That's always fun. All right, so round three then. Game one. Misty Rainforest. I always love to see that in this meta. Breeding Misty Rainforest breeding pool. Alright. So at first I'm like, okay, I know what this is. And then I see Coiling Oracle, and I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, did I read that right? Did they mean to put the other one? And I see another one, it's like, okay, wait, this might not be what I think it is anymore. So this is where I start to get suspicious. I think that ended up being like Banned Soul Herder. But yeah, it took me a second to figure it out, and I'm kind of ashamed of that. I'm like, what the hell is this? But yeah, it seems to be a good matchup. Yeah, I think around here is when I was like, oh, you know, that's when the light bulb turned on. Yeah. As a burn player, I fucking hate this deck. But you know, life gain's good against burn because burn has limited reach. Slivers, unlike burn, does not have that problem. And whether or not this ends up proven as a top tier deck, I think it has potential. I think it has potential, but you know, y'all gotta decide that. But I just gotta say, this is some of the most fun I've ever had playing Magic. All right, so that was game one. This deck is so fun. I think it's pretty damn good too, but it's so fun. Oko, lovely. That is why I can't play Burn. I mean, I could. It's just I'm kind of not in the mood to until the Oko ban. You know, for now, this will be my mistress deck. And who knows? We'll see how it does after the ban, because if Burn comes back after the ban, this deck honestly has a pretty good matchup against Burn too. Like not prowess, but Burn, because yeah, those darts are pain. Blur Sliver. Sometimes I wonder if I should go up another one, but I think one Blur Sliver is just the right amount, because you know all the other slivers are important too. Some of the questionable choices would be Leeching Sliver. I don't really see that used in any other list, but again, this is a more aggro build. Let's see what else. Frenetic Slivers. I just think they're great. They do so much. You know, there's combat tricks against worm coils. There's okay, let's see. So that was round 3. Round 4. You know, they're 50% chance to survive random removal. And you know, if you time it just right, there's some fun interactions with Dregscape. First time I tried to do it, I messed up with the timing, but I think you gotta do it like in response to the exile. I mean, not I think. Yeah, you gotta do it in response to the exile, but yeah, Frenetic and Dregscape, that's a fun little trick that you can always pull. Speaking of which, Dregscape is also a questionable choice. I just think that in an aggro type build, having that ability even just bringing itself back is always nice. But you know, anytime you're gonna end up with slivers in the graveyard, and it becomes live, and at worst, it's a 2D cast 2/2. Okay, so that was one. Game 2. Baron going first is always scary. Good matchup or not. And it feels so weird being the non-burn deck in a burn matchup. I'm supposed to be the burn guy, you know, like I'm the burn guy, but Oko, you know, Oko and E-Tron. That's in a competitive environment, that's half, if not more than half the room, you know? And that's kind of scary. Let me trying to build up some blockers here, but you know it's too little, too late. Especially when they got 2 pads. All right, so game 3. And yeah, this deck only plays 1 basic, so that's another weakness. But I mean, what can you do? It's Slivers. And this aggro build of Slivers doesn't want to wait around to get the perfect mana. I want 5 color lands. Like, early builds had Fury Islets in them, but I was like, nah, if I'm gonna do that, I'd rather just try to squeeze in Mutavaults, you know? If I have extra lands, I want to swing with them. I don't want to draw more cards that could be another Sliver. I just want another Sliver right there ready to go. Oh, right, I gotta hit play. My bad. So, start with the Diffusion Sliver. You gotta bolt me. And then you see Burn only got 1 land. Now, they're on the draw, which means a 1-lander is not bad to keep. Especially if you got enough 1-drops. Like, you got a creature, you got a couple bolts, hey, that's perfect. They didn't get in their 2nd land on like turn 3. But yeah, 2 turns to get a land. Shit, I usually keep those too. But seeing that, I was like, all right, we're gonna dump all these tax creatures. All right, so that was round 4. Round 5. Oh shit, I think this is the one where I made a small mistake in. Yeah. It was, I believe it was game 3 of this. I made a misplay. It wasn't the biggest of misplays, because it was one of those misplays where if the guy, or if the person was a smart player, they could easily play around what I was trying to do. But like, I should have done something that would have given them an opportunity to make a mistake. But they seem like a good enough player where I don't think they would have made the mistake anyway. And I think, well, I don't know. I still made a mistake, and I'm still mad at myself for it. Like, when it happened and I realized what happened, I slammed my headphones. So basically, well, we'll get to it game 3. We'll get to it game 3, maybe. Also, engineered explosives is another reason I got 4 main deck kinetic slivers in here. Because there's a lot of engineered explosives out there right now. And when they got engineered explosives plus Ambry, that's extra bad. So I think at this point, I did some overthinking. Was it here? Yeah, I was like, okay, he's gonna bounce my frenetic. Let's get rid of one of these 1 casting cost slivers before the engineered explosives can wipe out both of them. I was like, all right, you can use it and take out 1 creature, but not both. But then I totally failed in retrospect. I probably shouldn't have done that. That wasn't the mistake I was talking about, but I guess I made 2 mistakes this match. All right, game 2. I think game 2 went well. Knowing that there's a game 3. And yeah, when I was first testing this deck out with previous builds, it did take me a lot of misplays to learn all the different lines this deck has, because it's a little more complicated than just drop your creatures and smash, you know. Sequencing really matters, and well, okay, it's not like, it's not that bad. It is a deck full of just lands and creatures, but still, you know, it was more complicated than I anticipated when I built the deck, if that makes sense. But maybe I'm just an idiot. Okay, so game 3. So one thing that this deck is weak to is the cryptic command lock with that stupid Eldraine land that keeps bringing it back. There's a couple ways to get around it, and they both involve, first off, if you're playing on Moto, going to begin combat and like add in the stop there in your turn, which I forgot to do. I think I forgot to do it in the challenge too somewhere, but I mean in the prelim somewhere too. But yeah, so you gotta wait for them to tap everything, and then after that, but before you declare your attacks, then you can either vow something out or animate your Mutavault, and then you can swing with that. And that's how you can at least kind of slip through it with something. And you know, if you have enough buffers out, that something could actually deal some damage. My mistake was not doing that. I didn't add that stop at the beginning of my combat when they had enough to do that, and I busted my Mutavault nut too early, as you'll see later on in the game. I'm just gonna talk about it now because it's going so quickly, but that by the time it happens, it'll just happen. But was it this game? I think it was. Yeah, it was this. I think it was this game. But yeah. But the thing is, I needed the Mutavault to make it lethal, and I don't know if they would have tapped my creatures if I didn't. I'm thinking they wouldn't have, and that would have been a game of chicken for me to animate first. They seem like good enough play. Yeah, cause so they're at 3. Actually, no, that's not true. They're at 3, right? I didn't even need it. I totally messed up. I could have just, I guess the mess up was even bigger. I could have just swung with not, I could have added the stop, not animated the Mutavault, and then once they tapped, because they would have had to, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They would have gained 3. Yeah, they would have had to. Then, before to declare an attacks, I could have brought the Mutavault up. They would have had to block with one of their 2, and they would have had lethal on their turn, which then would have allowed me to live another turn and finish them off, because they didn't have enough mana or enough islands out to recur the thing with the Mystic Sanctuary, because they only got 2 other islands. So I totally punted this. Oh man, that depresses me. That depresses me. Okay, it's even worse than I thought. So anyway, this was round, that was round 5. This is round 6 now. So at this point, I need to win out just to, you know, get my money back. Oh man, that costed me the top 8. But yeah, like I say in my other videos, I'm no pro. I make misplays, but when my creations can succeed despite my misplays, that just shows how good the decks are. Although not in that case, not in that case. But yeah, you know, it could be better in the hands of a competent player. That's what I'm saying. You know, I have a history of brewing up decks that, well, I don't want to be cocky, but my brews are better than my sorry ass can make them look. I think that's a good way to say it in a non-cocky way. Alright, so more Oko. More me being glad I'm not on burn. With burn, you don't really leave. You don't really touch the fairies. You just leave them there and go okay and try to race. Oko, you try to kill. With slivers, you got the reach. You got the long gun. You can kill any planeswalker they drop unless you got lethal on the board. And it took me a while to get used to that, but yeah, it's nice being able to just get rid of the planeswalkers, not have to worry about running out of gas. Because the longer the game goes, as long as they don't kill your guys, the more gas you get. It just builds momentum. That's what makes slivers so fun. Like, I mean, y'all get how slivers work, but in an aggro deck, I I think they're really underrated. I really do feel like the reason slivers are so underrated is because everyone who plays with them wants to make them a toolbox deck. But the pieces for an aggro deck are right here. Alright, so game 2. Wait, why is it like stuck here? Okay, the replays is lagging. Which I guess is fun because it goes so fast anyway that, you know, some of y'all might be able to see what's going on. I know sometimes I can't really keep track because I'm not really commentating. I'm just, you know, talking here. This ain't game commentary. But yeah, that was a really early timing. That was interesting. But I was like, okay, my guys can fly over. It's all good. Yeah, even though what was his name? That white red haste flying sliver is really good. Arguably our best sliver. I still want a full playset of Gale Rider slivers because flying is so important to the strategy because you know it's aggro and all, and there's so many blockers everywhere like elked up artifacts that you really want to fly over everyone. Okay, so that was game 2, and then round 7. Get my money back and more. Not much more, like what 3 prize boxes or something, but more. But yeah, basically, I was like, all right, I gotta win this to get my money back, because you know, because of that round 1 loss, my breakers were pretty damn bad. You know, 5-2 with good breakers is a top 8, but with my breakers, ugh. So I got a race course. No big deal. Why is it lagging? Like, it's just sitting there and it's making me want to reach over and click that OK button. See, again with Burn, I don't bother killing her. I just quickly empty my hand and go upstairs. But yeah, it's a good feeling being able to actually kill these planeswalkers, not run out of gas. Do I have to click OK? That should be lethal, right? Yeah. And that should be game. Why is it taking so long? Alright, so that's game. Game 2. Why is it lagging so much? So again, even though this and the league were played yesterday, and the prelim was from before that, like a day or two, I don't even remember. I want to say it was the day before, but I figure we're gonna go by how should I put this? Level of competition. So we'll do this, then the prelim, then the league. It's the same 75 anyway. It was the same 75 for all 3 leagues. So yeah, this is where keeping a 1 land hand went wrong. It's a bad habit I have from playing Burn, and it's actually not that bad of a habit in Burn. But in a deck where everything costs 2, yeah, I was sitting here like, why the hell did I do that? In the future, I do not advise keeping these 1 land hands. Not that I'll never do it, because, you know, I do stupid shit, but I would not advise it. Second land, too little, too late. Also, I didn't realize he had Plague Engineers. But game 3, I was sure to side in my dismembers. I'm an idiot for not having them this game. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I should have assumed. And even if not, even if this person did not have Plague Engineers, the dismembers still could have been useful to take out an early Goyf, you know? I still should have had him in, and I think I missed sideboarded and kept a bad hand. So we'll call game 2 a punt. But it's okay. In the hands of the better player, I do believe this deck has a lot of promise. Why is it lagging so much? Alright. And finally, game 3. I almost hit yes. This is why we have Dismember in the deck. For Plague Engineers and for other stupid shit like Emery, Urza, you know, things like that. Holy shit, we've been recording that long? This is gonna be a long ass video. Alright. Well, just watch as much as you need to, I guess. I don't expect anyone to watch this whole damn thing, but you know, it's just material if needed. Should I even bother with the league then? I mean, with the. Maybe I shouldn't even bother with the prelim. I'll just. Yeah, it's already been 40 minutes. And I know the league's gonna take even longer because that was like actual stream content. Maybe we'll just yeah, maybe we'll just edit out that prelim. We'll just stick with yesterday's games. For time purposes. Sorry to have misled anyone from the start of the video, but I realized. See, I figured these replays would go quickly because they go so quickly, or they seem to go quickly, but it's just the replay has been 42 minutes so far. Didn't even seem like that long. Alright, fuck you. Nah, we can add the prelims. How? No, this is already gonna be like over 2 fucking hours. Fuck the prelims. I already got the footage for the challenge because I just gotta clip that from the stream, so that's easier for me. I'm lazy. All right, we're gonna end it with we're gonna end it with just challenge footage and the league footage. Get more wins that way anyway. You don't want to see the 3-2. That no one wants to see a 3-2. Like what I made a this blue-red burn deck. Is it burn? To combat, you know, Oko and Etron, I had like mystical disputes and ceremonious rejections in the side and shit. And like I got to post it on Reddit because back then 3-2 decks still got posted, which kind of made me sad because I went 3-2 like 3 times to Slivers, but by then no one cared. But yeah, back then, yeah, this debate broke out about my deck and why, you know, about my deck choices or my card choices and whatnot. And I'm just dying here reading all that, like, dudes, like it went 3-2. It's not even worth debating over. But yeah, anyway, no one wants to see the 3-2 prelim anyway. We'll just end this here, and then I'll just tack on the footage from the stream of the league. So thanks for watching, y'all, and if you want to see more, catch me at twitch.tv/BerkBerk. Which again is a bad word according to Moto. So if you see JustBurn420 on Moto, that's me. Peace, y'all. I don't want to end this shit. Stop recording.